This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO of Gold Bull Resources, Miss Cherie Leeden. Cherie, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. Very excited about today's news.
It's a big announcement. By my calculations, you've added over $360 million to the company's bottom line. And I'm joking, of course, but jokes aside, you've added nearly 200,000 ounces to the existing resource without ever having to drill a single hole. There's a lot to talk about, including the upcoming drill program. But first and foremost, congratulations. You've expanded the resource estimate at the Sandman project by 60% to nearly 500,000 ounces of gold. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about grade. Let's talk about depth, and let's talk about the resource and how you plan on growing it.
Okay, well, it's a wonderful increase. We acquired it from Newmont back in December, so we've only had it in our possession a couple of months. And Newmont had done extensive additional drilling since the 2007 resource estimate. So we incorporated all those additional Newmont holes. Most of them are diamond core holes, a couple of hundred of holes. So that's how the resource has grown. It's grown off the back of additional drilling that's been done over the last decade or so. And we see a lot of opportunity to expand that resource because it's open in a number of directions. Basically, the majority of that mineralization that forms our resource is located from the surface to a depth of about 100 meters. So it's all very shallow. And that resource is actually also called a pit-constrained resource. So we run economic numbers and gold prices to work out that that's got a really good chance of one day being extracted.
I really like that the bulk of the resource is in the indicated category, right? 433,000 ounces are in the indicated category at a grade of 0.73 grams per ton gold. You mentioned that the bulk of it is very near surface. And you also mentioned the drilling and that you plan on expanding on this resource. I understand a drilling program is imminent. Can we chat about that a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got about 8,000 meters planned. And we've decided to do that in two phases. We're going to do the first phase of 3,000 meters. Then we're going to have a break in order to get our assay results back. And then we're going to go back and do the other 5,000 meters once we've worked out what our best targets are. And we define those targets based on a combination of this resource work. We know where there's a number of holes, for example, where they're open in 10 grams a ton gold. So they're obvious targets where we'll go and drill those targets to see just how far those high-grade gold mineralization zones extend. And then we've also got a couple of new targets that were defined by ground geophysics called IP. And they're really interesting and exciting because those ones have never been drilled before, yet they really boast some interesting numbers at the surface and now correlate with these big geophysical anomalies.
I got to believe that the geophysics helped select new targets and probably motivated the decision to expand the land position, which you also did recently, correct?
We did, yes. We've expanded it by over 26%. And that is now just got a massive land holding. It was big before. And just to secure such a large prospective zone, which was essentially open ground, so it hasn't cost us very much at all. It's kind of hard to believe when the gold price is over 1,800 and we're in Nevada and you've still got these gold targets sticking out of the ground. So we're super excited about those. They're a little more early stage, and we'll attack those in our round 2 drill program.
You've added 24% to your land position at Sandman. You've added 60% to the resource estimate. I'm starting to think you're pretty good at this, Cherie.
Let's hope so. Yeah, I mean, this year for us is all about adding ounces, and Sandman is our most advanced project at the moment, and now it's got almost 500,000 ounces of gold. It's sitting next to a mining town of Winnemucca, so those kind of numbers and ounces sitting at the surface, it's looking like a really attractive project. So this year we're going to try and add some more significant ounces via our upcoming drill programs. We've got a great exploration team who are more than capable of finding us more ounces. If they're there, we'll find them. And I'm also working in the background at some new opportunities. So again, our approach to adding ounces is twofold, via exploration success and also via additional acquisitions, where there's a potential to sometimes acquire ounces cheaper than we can define them ourselves.
You answered my next question, which was going to be that I have to believe you're working that deep network of yours and sourcing and vetting other projects. The last time you and I chatted, you talked about the very ambitious and aggressive and exciting 5 million ounce target by the end of 2021. Is that still the goal?
That certainly is the goal. Yeah, we're working on it. We're in negotiations, and I should say under CA with about half a dozen really interesting projects, all with a US gold focus. Not all within Nevada, but all within mining-friendly states, such as Arizona and Utah. And yeah, just watch that space. It's something that is going to be evolving. Slowly. We're doing detailed due diligence and making sure that we're going for the right assets.
Sounds like an exciting 2021. When do you anticipate the drills turning at Sandman?
So we're just waiting for one permit to be transferred from Newmont's name to our name, and as soon as that permit is transferred into Goldbull's name, we'll be commencing. And I'm really hoping that permit's in our name by the end of this week type thing, and then we can start our earthworks and hopefully have a rig there by the 3rd or 4th week of February.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to drilling at Sandman, and I am really excited about the M&A potential here. Cherie, congratulations again, and thank you so much for your time today.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Gerardo.